Hello and welcome back to the Honor Estimate and another edition of AEW Collision Out of 10. This week's show continued the build up to the Wrestle Dream pay-per-view, and we also saw several other bouches. Two title bouts took place with FDR defending the AEW tag team titles, and we also got a triple threat for the TNT title that kicked us off between Luchasaurus, Darby Allin and Christian Cage. Even though Luchasaurus and Christian were technically opponents, they were made hands together. For all intents and purposes, it was a handicap match. Allin used high-risk, high-impact styles to keep his opponents at bay, but they managed to take control. Cage and Luchasaurus began punishing the former TNT champion. When Luchasaurus was allowed to make a cover, Cage told him Allin deserved more punishment. As soon as the champion was out of the ring, Captain Charisma tried and failed to get the win. Sting was barred from ringside, but Allin kept finding ways to make a comeback and get the crowd on its feet. However, this was not the man who was left with the bout. After Allin hit a coffin drop on Luchasaurus, Cage from out of the ring and covered the champion himself to get the pin and win the belt. So yeah, very clever. It felt like a lot of people knew that you're going to leave the title. They embraced it after the match and it seemed to be good, but time will tell if the living dinosaur will come back. It was kind of predictable, but in a way I think it's good. Fits Christian's character, and I think yeah, it will lead to interesting angles down the road. So yeah, 7 out of 10. But moving on then to Hook and RVD versus Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange. Hook teamed up with RVD in this match. Anna Jay and Jake Hager were supporting their fellow JAS members. Hook and RVD took control early and kept the upper hand. As he went to picture-in-picture, Maynard and Parker were able to get some offense in against the FTW champion. When RVD got the tag, he hit all of his usual signature moves, including a spin kick to send the chair into the face of Hager. Hook held Parker down in the Red Rum, while RVD hit Maynard with a 5-star frog splash for the win. This was fun for what it was. It's a bit of a random tag team match featuring a rising star, a legend, but it got a crowd, got a pop, and yeah, was very entertaining, and I think served its purpose in what it was supposed to do. So yeah, it gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Moving on in, we got Julia Hart in action against Kira Hogan. After Willow Nightingale was taken out before the show, Julia Hart, Kira Hogan stepped in to face her. Hogan was aggressive right out of the gate, but Hart was able to get the upper hand as Brody King cheered on for her for ringside. The Fallen Baddie made a comeback, but it wasn't enough in the end. Hart scored the win and then attacked Hogan until Sky Blue made the save. Hart blew the black mist in Blue's face before King delivered a promo, but Hart over a challenger to Chris Allen for the TBS title at Wrestle Dream. The whole ending was exactly like we saw on Rampage, with a few people shuffling around at different paces. The match was decent, but the promo after it was the best part. And yeah, like I said on Rampage, I'm really enjoying what Hart's doing at the moment. But yeah, this kind of did feel a bit samey, to be honest, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Next up, we had Jay White versus Andrade El Idolo. El Idolo finally got a chance to get his hands on White this week, but he also had the rest of the Bullet Club Gold at ringside causing trouble. Both of these men worked hard in a lot of the same places, but this was the first time they'd been in the ring together, so they were looking to make a good impression to make this match memorable. Switchblade and El Idolo in their prime, among the top competitors in the world, so they probably could have put on a good match without even breaking sweat as well. Thankfully for us, they put in the effort to make this even better than we thought. Juice Robinson got involved while the ref was distracted and took out El Idolo so White could hit the Blade Runner for win. The outcome leaves it open for a rematch, but this was a very good outing either way. And Jack gets 7 out of 10 for me. Good win for Jay White. I think we're building up for something big at the moment. So yeah, that all makes sense. So yeah, good stuff. It was then time for the FTR versus the Workhorsemen for the tag titles. Mark Davis and Carl Fletcher came out to watch this match. These four guys like to have physical fights, and they did not disappoint with this. The crowd was loving every second of this, but JD Drake's massive moonsault probably got the biggest pop of the night. The match was short, but it was fun from bell to bell. FTR retained the titles and even had a chance to have a commercial break, but it was a fun sprint and definitely put some eyes on a great tag team in the Workhorsemen. So yeah, I think did the job it needed to do, and yeah, was solid enough. 6 out of 10. Not much more we can say about it. I think, yeah, we're kind of all setting it up for the big tavern match against Aussie Open at this rate. Before it's time for Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks. The main event, a Texas staff match between these two. The feud had been building to weeks, so this is where it was all supposed to come to head. They wasted no time fighting out in the crowd, and Danielson was throwing drinks and garbage on Starks to beat him throughout the crowd. Starks hit a huge dive from the top rope onto the American Dragon and a few members of security, sending almost all of them into the guardrail into the crowd. Starks drew first blood when he and Danielson with the ring bell, so he started focusing on his offense on his opponent This was basically a last man standing match. They had to keep their opponent down for 10 counts to secure a victory. Both men brought their road game for this match and delivered the performance that probably should have been on the pay-per-view commercials. Both came close to winning at different times, but it was Danielson stomping Starks into the mat and hitting a chain assisting running knee for the win for a brutal finish. But yeah, like I said, this was a great match, so entertaining. 8 out of 10. Danielson's the GOAT. I think Stark even gains into feet. Yeah, just a brilliant match. 8 out of 10. And overall, Collision this week gets a 7 out of 10 for me. I thought, yeah, it was a really good episode of Collision this week. Really enjoyable stuff. I mean, The main event was exemplary. Some of the matches throughout the card as well. New TNT champion. I thought that all worked really nicely as well. So yeah, on the whole, I have to say a really good episode of Collision, and gets a 7 out of 10 from me. But anyway, guys, that's it. Really. Thanks so much for watching. Like, subscribe. Next week's going to be wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. It's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.